Welcome to SAT TV News. I'm Alicia George. Thanks for joining us. In our top stories, 6 new Peace Corps volunteers sworn in to assist in primary school education. NTRC donates computers and printers to resource centers. From the region, Coast Guard deports 39 Cuban migrants. And internationally, Guatemala's Armed Forces Chief Rudy Ortiz dies in plane crash. In sports, Dominica to participate in 13 and under cricket invitational. Details of these and other stories will follow. Welcome back. 6 new Peace Corps trainees were sworn in on Thursday to officially begin service as Peace Corps volunteers in Dominica. The trainees will work with teachers from grades 1 to 3 in 6 primary schools, including Tetmon, Belby-Chupin, La Plaine, Woodford Hill, Wesley, and Benz. During the ceremony, Associate Peace Corps Director Patrick Henderson explained how the volunteers got involved in the Peace Corps program in Dominica.
They began their journey to Dominica by way of an application to join the Peace Corps, followed by an extensive period of vetting, which culminated in their being invited and accepting to serve in the Eastern Caribbean.
Henderson said when the volunteers arrived in St. Lucia 10 weeks ago, they had no idea that they would be in Dominica today.
No one in the group knew that they would end up in the nature island of Dominica. All they knew was that they were being assigned to the Eastern Caribbean for 2 years of Peace Corps service. It was only 1 week before departing from St. Lucia that each one found out their final destination.
According to Henderson, the program is aimed at increasing student success, improving teaching skills, and improving school, family, and community partnerships. The 6 volunteers underwent 4 weeks of training with significant emphasis placed on literacy at primary schools.
The training was focused such that it allowed the trainees to get a good foundation on some of the critical aspects of teaching literacy, lesson planning, and classroom management. They were given the opportunity to practice teaching through a model school, which was organized during the training in St. Lucia.
Henderson hopes that this initiative will improve the number of student successes in the upcoming national assessment. The volunteers were also given formal training on security, culture, history, and the background of Dominica by facilitators Dr. Lennox Honeychurch, Raymond Lawrence, and Inspector Claude Wicks. Additional Peace Corps volunteers are expected to work with 14 other primary schools on island throughout the next 4 to 6 years. The National Telecommunications Regulatory Commission, NTRC, the local regulatory arm for the telecommunications sector in Dominica, handed over 8 new computers and 2 printers to the Baffin State Development and the Kings Hill Improvement Committees on Thursday. The presentation of computers is part of government efforts to ensure that each child is computer literate. Speaking at the official handing over ceremony, Honorable Ambrose George, Minister for Information, Telecommunication and Constituency Empowerment, said the provision of these computers was a promise made to community members. However, the minister said before delivering the computers, renovations had to be made to the community's existing resource centers.
First, we undertook to enclose a section of the resource center, which will serve as the facility or the office for the housing and use of the computers and printer. But we went a bit further and we secured the building by installing burglar bars at every window and the main entrances to the resource center.
Honorable George said it is now up to the residents to safeguard the buildings. The minister also suggested the formation of an ICT club for the Baffin State and Kings Hill communities.
So I'm throwing out that challenge to the youth of Baffin State, and I would hope that you would take it on board. I am pledging my support in that respect. That if you require any resources or further resources, that you can call on me to assist you in that respect, so that we can see coming out of the youth of Baffin State a new dispensation.
Speaking at the handing over ceremony in Kings Hill, Karaya John Baptist, member of the Kings Hill Improvement Committee, quoted Herbert Simon and assured those present that the young people of Kings Hill will use the technology as positive reinforcement.
There are no morals to technology at all. Technology expands the way of our ways of thinking and expands our ways of doing things. If we are bad people, we'll use technology for bad purposes. If we are good people, we will use technology for good purposes. End quote. Be assured The youth of Kingsdale are only pushing towards the positive.
There is no need to panic as Subway will reopen soon. That's the word coming from Franchise Public Relations Officer Heston Charles. Subway's Roseau branch has been closed for 1 month. Much speculation has been raised as to the reason for the closure. However, Charles, in an interview with SAT TV on Thursday, said efforts were made to inform the public about the temporary closure. Charles said a notice was placed on the main entrance door of the Subway facility, which apparently was removed by a passerby.
We want to take this opportunity to thank the public for their patronage, and we want to say to the public, there's no need to panic. When Subway will reopen, they will be getting much better services, and the food will be top class, and we can say to the public, expect a Subway special. Expect a Subway special as soon as Subway reopen, and that won't be too long from now. So no need to be alarmed, no need to panic.
Charles reiterated this is only a temporary closure as the company is seeking to undertake maintenance work on equipment, which is crucial to maintaining the quality of food provided to the public. Charles noted Subway Portsmouth is usually closed during the summer. However, the closure of the Roseau branch is in no way related.
As we have been saying to the public, Subway Portsmouth every school semester, when the students go back home, the Portsmouth branch, traditionally we shut it down until school reopen. It's something that is done annually. Every time the students leave, we shut down, and then when school reopen, then we reopen to serve, because the Subway in Portsmouth really is to facilitate the Ross University students. That's why it's there. So that is the services that it's providing. And the service is being provided to the Ross University students, that they are the main patrons of actually the Subway outlet is right on the premises of Ross University. And whenever the school is out, we close until school reopen.
The PRO added that although the company is unable to confirm an exact commencement date of operations, Subway will reopen as soon as possible. The Caribbean Male Action Network, CARIMAN, says they are concerned about the death of Joshua Etienne of Portsmouth. Etienne, who is said to be in his late 40s, was found dead on August 5th while in the cells at the Portsmouth police station. He was arrested on August 4, 2014, about 9:30 p.m. at Glanvilla for possession of ammunition. Lester Guy, Public Relations Officer of CARIMAN, says the organization is particularly concerned about Etienne's death as it advocates against all forms of violence.
CARIMAN expresses deep concern over the violent death of a male in the town of Portsmouth on August 5, 2014, while in police custody. Though CARIMAN is not privy to all the circumstances surrounding the death of 48-year-old Joshua Etienne, we as a male organization continue to advocate for respect for life regardless of the circumstances. We wish to point to one of CARIMAN's main aim, which is to reduce, prevent, and end all forms of violence.
Guy said CARIMAN is appealing to the public to respect each other's diversity as it relates to age, ethnicity, religion, class, abilities, educational background, and/or sexual orientation.
Taking the life of someone will never be right. Joshua Etienne has rights and should have been respected and not discriminated against. We all have to respect each other and help everyone to reach their fullest potential. It is our hope that the legal process will be allowed to take its course.
Guy added CARIMAN empathizes with those who have been directly impacted by the incident. President of CARIMAN, Thomas Holmes, said although they are not privy to the circumstances surrounding Etienne's death, they need to re-emphasize that violence is not the answer to solving problems.
As Lester said, one of the main aims of CARIMAN is to reduce, prevent, and end all forms of violence. And when you're talking about violence, you're not just talking about killing somebody. We're also talking about child abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, neglect. Okay, we are talking about, respecting children. We're talking about respecting each other's rights and privileges. We all have a life to live, and then we're asking that everybody should respect this and then do not disrespect by taking the life of another or violently attacking, somebody because of something they say or do.
He went on to say conflicts can be resolved by dialoguing with each other. 5 police officers, 4 males and 1 female, have been charged with murder following Etienne's death. However, as a result of a pending judicial review, the charge is yet to be read to them. When we return, a new team of councillors sworn in to serve on the Grand Forks Village Council. Welcome back. 8 councillors were officially sworn into the Grand Forks Village Council on Wednesday during the 25th inaugural ceremony. Speaking at the inauguration, Honorable Ivor Stevenson, parliamentary representative for Grand Forks Community, said the council made significant improvements to the community during its latest term in office.
The achievements of the council's last term of office is one that will be recorded in the history books of Grand Forks, since some of these major achievements had never been achieved collaboratively with any other parliamentary representative.
Rehabilitation of access roads, design of a new Grand Forks playing field, housing assistance for the needy, and lighting of the basketball court were among development and improvement efforts made by the council. Honorable Stevenson did point out, however, that there are still areas in need of development.
Today, as we are gathered here, we are all aware that there is the continued need for the development in our community. The necessary access to the main road continues to be in a deplorable state. Not that nothing has been done, but we are all aware that the interventions implemented for improvement were beyond our expectations.
Honorable Ivor Stevenson reassured the residents of Grand Forks that continued efforts to improve the main road are being made. Immediately following the ceremony, a $452,000 contract was signed in that regard. As part of the activities for Financial Information Month, FIM 2014, the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, ECCB, in collaboration with the Financial Information Month partners, will host a smartphone video contest. The contest is aimed at secondary school students throughout the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, ECCU, which challenges students to create a 45 to 60-second animated visual representation of the FIM theme, Sought to Succeed. The theme highlights the message that one has to rise above the ordinary to achieve success by going beyond ordinary commitment, vision, skills, efforts, and actions. The main objective of the video contest is to stimulate innovativeness among the region's youth. Prizes will be granted to the best video in each ECCU country, and a grand prize will be awarded to the video adjudged to be the best from among the 8 country winners. The deadline for submission of the video is November 30th, 2014. Further details of the contest can be found on the ECCB's website at www.eccbcentralbank.org. Liat has advised that due to the impending passage of a tropical depression, some of its flights could be disrupted starting late Thursday into Friday. Passengers traveling north of Antigua, Anguilla, St. Kitts, St. Martin, San Juan, St. Thomas, and Tortola are advised that there may be disruptions at those airports depending on the progress of the weather system. Passengers traveling this weekend are asked to check the Liat website at www.liat.com, the Liat Facebook, their local Liat office, or call 268-480-5582 for information on the status of their flights. Customers are also being advised to continue monitoring radio stations for further updates. This has been the local segment of the news.